All right, we are live online with my favorite Sean Arent, my favorite Jersey boy that has a stab wound from me. Uh, well, last week we, in the middle of my stream, Sean came on and we had a good time. So good that I think we're going to try to make this a regular thing where it's me and Sean and I. Just talking comics, talking smack, doing it,
I'm
doing it.
I'm all about that. No
Yeah,
regrets.
that's right. Hopefully, hopefully this. Let's see. I want to make sure it's on. There we are. I'm going to share the link to YouTube. If my uh, technology. Na 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 na. All right. Copy that. Go to the Twitters. I'm going to make a tweet.
Tweet the top.
Tweet, tweet, tweet. Tweet. All right. Oops. All right, that works. Boom. Did that actually work though? Haha. Yakking it up with Sean. All right. For some reason my mouse is at this thing where I have to double click to make it
Okay.
work, but then sometimes that doesn't work, so then I have to use the mouse that's embedded in my laptop. It's a pain in the ass. I really dislike it. Real quick for everyone, that is U.S. Assassin written very, very sloppily. Volume 3, Page 1. So we're diving into Volume 3. There's Bazooka Dog with a stealth outfit. There's U.S. Assassin Joe Knight geared up to his teeth with guns and pouches and knives and little grenade tossy things on his legs. He's ready for action. But who is he fighting? Who is he up against? I can't tell you. If I
I'll
tell
never
you,
tell.
that's right. I'll never tell. I could tell you, and it's not that I would have to kill you. It would be that Mark would kill me. So can't do it, guys. Sorry. I really want to. I want to share, but I can't. So what I'm going to be working on is this is a double page spread, but this is about as much as I can show you because it's our guy, Joe. I can start noodling on him and not give anything away. So I'm going to work on that while we chit chat.
All right. And I'm working on a panel. I don't know if you can see this. Is this too blurry, too bright? I'm working on a panel
Pull,
for type
tilt,
one.
tilt forward a little bit. There we go. Oh,
So
that's nice.
thanks. It's supposed to be like a shocked scene because in the next scene something happens. So I'm trying to do like a
Head
tilt
backwards, kind of like
a
whoa.
bit. Yeah, yeah. And
Awesome.
so
Awesome.
yeah, just kind of working on that.
I
And I'll
dig it.
piece it all together. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so the past week was just been really crazy in a good way. Just great chats between you and doing art and stuff with my buddy Joe, and then Primetime Polton's Mark's the best friend show that we
Yep.
do. My buddy Phil McNulty was in, and gears were going, Mike. Gears were turning. So I plotted out the first issue or chapter one, depending on how it goes, if it's going to be a single or like the model that you guys do.
Yep.
So I have the first 5 or 6-ish pages laid out in one form and another. So I'm just kind of essentially working on the first scene. So good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Sweet. Yeah. And see, that's why I like doing shows like this, getting together with you guys. Is it primes the pump. It gets you creative because it gets you excited. and I
Yeah.
think that's a big thing. I think having YouTube now and Twitter and not so much Facebook, but you get to see the reaction from people pretty quickly, and that always like when I would do conventions back in the 90s, like there would be it was 50-50. I'd either leave super pumped up and just
Hmm.
draw my face off, or I would leave a little bit kind of down because uh, things didn't really go great, or I would see
Can
other
you draw
people's
that? Could you draw
yeah,
me?
or I would see other people's work and I'd just be like, oh god, I do suck,
Yeah. That's sad.
and I'd just be like, oh man. So it was always it was always 50-50. I never knew which way it was going to go, but I take that chance to make sure that I'm pumped up and energized, and uh, conventions don't really matter at this point right now because nobody can do them.
It's not happening.
I know. So we got YouTube for interaction and promoting, and I know our boy Mark is in Michigan right now, signing his face off on Graveyard Shift Volume 2 with
Hmm.
John Malin, Papa John.
Papa John.
And they said they're going to start, I think they said they did like 1,000 signatures a day. And they're going to try to get things shipping out June 1st, I believe, is what I had heard. So
That's
that would
Monday,
be
right?
great. Yes. Yes. Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be cool because you know there's people that want to talk smack sometimes. There's people that don't understand or don't want to hear the truth about. Well, there was this pandemic thing, so it kind of slowed things down. You got these people that are just like, nope, he's late, Oh, bad. Shake my finger at you, and it's like, all right, but yeah, they're making good. They're trying to be as timely as they can. They're going to launch into volume 3 of Graveyard Shift here in the summer, and uh, hopefully it doesn't overlap a whole lot with what Mark and I are doing, because I feel like we're the indie hit that's going to get swallowed up by the summer blockbuster and get overlooked or whatever. But I don't know. The reaction's been really good online for the old assassin, and people can't wait. And I'm hoping once people start getting their uh, free version of it through the Graveyard Shift campaign, I'm hoping that'll entice people to tell other people, yeah, you should get this book, and then get them excited for the second one, which will be launching later this year, because it's the art's done. I'm working on volume 3, and hopefully by the time
Amazing.
this gets ready to launch, I'll be working on volume 4. Just super excited, having a ton of fun with Mark, and yeah, I can't wait for everyone to see volume 2, and I can't wait to tell everybody all the cool stuff that's happening in volume 3 here. It's so weird to think that, I don't know, I guess because volume 1 took so long, I guess I never thought that I would already be on volume 3, you know?
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I'm glad you proved yourself wrong.
yeah. So is that doesn't hurt. So what else is going on in your world, Sean? See any good movies? Any good TV?
Yeah. I just watched last night the Scooby movie.
Oh yeah,
awesome,
Oh yeah.
awesome, very entertaining. Lots of Easter eggs to Hanna-Barbera, which I'm a huge fan of.
Yep.
Um, Blue Falcon and Dynamite were a prominent role in that movie, and
Sweet.
I love those characters. Like the first print I ever did back in the day was of Blue Falcon and Dynamite,
Yeah, I remember that.
colored by by Ross Hughes. And then about like 2 years ago, I redid that because I think I got better during time, but that's just me and my own complex ego. So I redid that as a new print, and I did it for the cover of my sketchbook, Con Artist, the art of Sean Aaron. Plugging myself, but yeah, I just loved it. Like I'm gonna watch it again. You know, very entertaining, a great movie for the family.
Cool.
If you don't have a family, you can enjoy it. But I want to see more of that. And I also watched, I think it was called Underwater with the chick
Yeah.
from Twilight.
Yeah, we watched that. We thought it sucked.
Really, I thought it was
Yeah.
better than well, it wasn't great, okay, but
Yeah.
where it went, I was like, okay, I can jive, you know. I was like, all
It,
right,
I think we're eventually going to see it in one of Mark's dollar movie reviews because that's about what it
yeah,
was.
yeah,
Without giving it away or spoiling anything, you're just not invested. I mean, because the movie starts right with a catastrophe, so you don't know who any of these people are. You don't really care
right,
I mean, like the one person that I was really kind of like, all right, I'm kind of invested in this one person. They don't make it relatively
yeah,
quickly, and
okay,
it was just like, they were trying to do an alien underwater kind of thing. And the thing with Alien is it gives you time, it builds the character so that when stuff starts happening to those characters, you give a shit. And they just,
right.
I don't know, they just didn't do it for me. The Scooby Doo one, the kids here want to see it really bad, but my wife is like, it's just not Scooby Doo without Matthew Lillard doing Shaggy's voice. And I'm like, really? Because I guess he they didn't ask him to return do Shaggy's voice,
I get it.
and he had wrote something, I guess, about like something about how he missed his buddy, but he knows his adventures will go on, or something really cool. I mean, he could have been bitter and said like,
Hmm.
fuck Scooby, or take your Scooby snacks and shove them or whatever. But he was pretty cool about it. It just, it's hard. I mean, I have a hard time watching any of the different Batman animated movies, and it's not Mark Hamill's Joker. It's just
Yeah,
how it is. They can't always be there. Uh, but yeah, we watched a movie called Wretched, or The Wretched, I think, the other
that
night.
was really good. I just
Yeah,
saw that. That was really good. I
it
liked it a
wasn't really
lot.
scary, but it was really good. Like I was
Yeah,
expecting
yeah.
it to be super
Great,
scary.
great plot twist at the end.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It was cool. I enjoyed it. I'm trying to think of what else we watch. We watch a lot of horror movies here. Like I introduced my daughter to The Exorcist a couple weeks ago. We watched Silent Hill 1 and 2. One was really good. Two sucked. Uh, just wasn't as good. Wasn't as well made, which a lot of sequels suffer from, especially horror movie sequels. They tend to knock down the budget, and you can definitely tell it's like a different style of filming because it's a different director. But I had heard that the guy that did the first one, he did a huge like campaign to try to, because the people who own the rights to Silent Hill video game didn't want a movie made of it. They didn't want it to be another uh, cheesy horror movie or video game to horror movie kind of shtick. And but this guy like did his like due diligence and told him about this town that um, which is kind of based on what the movie's about. Because I don't think it's in the video game about how there's this like old coal mine that's like still burnt. Like there's a city on underneath a city, and it's still burning to this day or some shit like that. And he like came at them with all this stuff and like, yes, make this movie. So he made the first one. The first one's creepy as shit, especially when that siren goes off. And like the second one, you hear the siren like twice, if that. But I guess he's gonna make the third one. So hopefully it goes back to being good.
Yeah, I haven't seen those yet. I gotta give them a shot.
Oh yeah, the first one's really good. At least, I mean, in my opinion, I think it's pretty good.
Well, nothing can be as great as RoboCop 2.
Oh Jesus. Well, at least 2 is better than 3. At least with 2.
Funny? In my oh yeah. In my timeline, I guess the memories for today or whatever. My uncle lives in Houston, and I went down to Comic Palooza 2012. Great time. And his neighbor, or one of his neighbors, was the stand-in for the villain of RoboCop 2, the guy that ended up being the evil robot. Yeah. And nice guy. So he's telling me, yeah, they shot it down here. It's the greatest gig ever. They paid me this much. I got to eat all day, and they just kind of shot me from the back. I'm like, that's pretty fucking cool. I met RoboCop, kind of.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my buddies.
I was like, no wonder Detroit looks so clean.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't they do that with the first one? Didn't they use like Texas for Detroit?
Yeah, it was Houston.
Yeah. It's so funny when they do stuff like that. It's like, yeah, this is New York. No, it's not. It's Vancouver. I can see mountains. Yeah. Yeah, movies are
a
lot of fun. I'm trying to think, gosh, what else have we watched?
Pretend. I can't.
I can't. I know we watched this thing on Hulu called Bloom, which is an Australian show about this kind of flower that makes people young again, and all the kind of craziness that kind of comes from it, because it kind of makes the people that take it really horny and kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean,
my kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah, Sean's like, that sounds like my Tuesday night. But yeah, it's pretty good.
Quarantine has kind of put low on that.
Yeah, but it has what the hell is his name? Brian Brown, the guy that was in those FX movies. Gosh, I can't remember his name.
Oh, okay,
yeah. He's in it. Of course, he's old as hell now, but I was like, I like him as an actor, so this can't be super horrible. I hope.
Right.
But it wound up being pretty good. Pretty, had a lot of heart to it, along with being a little bit of batshit crazy.
All right.
Gosh, what else? I don't know. I can't.
Do you watch What They Do in the Shadows on FX?
I've seen the movie, but I have not seen the show. But
Get on that if you can, because that is stupid hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, because the movie was great. I love the movie.
Yeah.
And just kind of like how they just nonchalantly just how they do stuff. It's just kind of like, yeah, well, this is our everyday. And oh man,
there's it's a spoiler, but whatever. In the first season, the vampires are about to fight a werewolf,
Yeah.
and they're on like top of a roof, and shit's about to go down. It's going crazy. So the one vampire takes a stick and throws it off the roof. The werewolf goes catch it to fetch it. And I'm just like, oh.
Oh man, that's funny. That
Let me
definitely
tell
feels.
you, it was pure LMAFOs.
Sean was pissing himself. Silly. That's awesome.
Apex.
I love stuff like that. Just silly, kind of nonsense like movies and TV shows that are just so ridiculous. Uh,
Yeah, like The Office or
yeah, the IT crowd.
what's that
That was
one cop show? Yeah, yeah.
not the one with the guy from Saturday Night Live. Or are you thinking of Reno 911?
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, the one with the guy from Saturday Night Live, Andy something.
Sedaris
The
or
cop.
not? Something like that. Yeah. God, what is that show called? I've watched it a few
It's
times. I
been
don't
on
think.
so many different stations.
Yeah, I don't think my wife really likes it, so I kind of had to stop watching it. But yeah, I liked it. I thought it was. I like how everyone else is kind of like in on it being kind of a funny show, but like the boss or whatever, the sergeant is just like a super straight man, but the super straight guy. But
Yeah,
the way he deals with the absurdity is kind of funny.
yeah.
Gosh, what is that show called? I can't remember. I guess I'll use the old internet machine. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Oh, that's not him. That dude was born in 1931. Nope.
So Mark told me that John took through 8 Mile yesterday or last night.
Oh yeah. Did he give him a vest?
I was like, that doesn't sound like fun. I hope
No.
so.
Well, I'm sure it can't look any worse than Camden. I remember when we were heading to the convention
Yeah.
on the train, and we're going over Camden. I'm like going, "Oh my God! It looks like a war zone. Are those people okay?" uh, that's just crazy.
Yeah, you
Andy
weren't far off.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is what it's called.
Yes, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Andy Samberg, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That show's
he's
good.
a
I like
funny
it.
guy. Did you see the movie he was in? I think it was called Pop Star, where he was kind of like a Justin Bieber type of character.
It just popped up underneath them. No, I haven't seen it, but yeah, Pop Star. Trying to think of the last. I saw him in Hot Rod, unfortunately.
Oh, that wasn't.
I
Yeah.
think that's the only movie I really seen him in, other than Space Chimps.
Space Chimps.
Yeah. Ugh. Oh, Captain.
Okay, I'll.
What's his name? Captain Ray is the captain, and he's like all super serious and stuff. All right.
Yeah, he's a good actor. I think he was in one of the original SVUs or one of those type of Law and Order shows
Yeah, probably
back in 2000.
back in the
I could
day,
be too many years at the time.
which was a Tuesday.
Back in the day when I was a teenager.
But
Yeah. How crazy is that? That 2000 was 20 years ago. That's
I know.
nuts.
Yeah, I feel old as all get out. Ugh. Yeah, every day is just another day closer to the coffin for me. I'm so full of happiness,
Keep up
and
the hope.
that's right. I'll put out another link to the video. See if we can get anybody over here. Join me and my buddy Sean. Dun, dun, dun. Oops. Oh, come on. Paste, you bitch. There we go. Tweet sent. All right. I don't know if we're going to get anyone in the chat or because I know there's a ton of people streaming right now. Like, I think Ethan's doing a stream. I think Mike Miller's doing a stream. I think Kevin Sharp's doing a stream. I'm pretty sure John and Mark are probably asleep. Signing all day.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah. Oh. And then in a couple
Living
months,
the dream.
yeah. Then in a couple months, I get to go do that with. I think I'm flying out to Jersey, and we're gonna do it for the Second Chance U.S. Assassin book set. We shall have. So
There you go. Yeah, if things quote unquote get back to normal or whatever, I'll be there. But if it's how it is now, unfortunately, I can't take that
yeah.
risk.
No. Yeah, I understand totally. I would rather have you alive than hang out with you, as rude as that sounds. But I need your love. I
I'll
need
take the compliment.
I need my co-pilot. See, like I'm like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on Airplane, and you're like the guy that's like, you ever seen a crisp $20 bill, Jimmy? Oh man, John, me some bazooka dog down here, growling his face off.
So, was there a specific dog that you used for reference, or
German Shepherd,
just
even
a?
though he probably doesn't look like a German
But I mean,
Shepherd.
like a dog that. No, it does. But like, what I mean is like a dog that you grew up with,
Oh no, my
or
family, we only had small dogs. We had found a hound dog, came running up the street because I guess my older brother
is
had found
crying
him.
all the time.
No, older brother found him. I guess he had belonged to a farm, and the farmer used to like abuse him really bad because he didn't like my dad. And he just kept digging. Yeah, he just kept digging holes and stuff. And then after him, we had a mixed terrier that my dad named Ajax, and my dad was all about just reading tons of history and stuff like that. And he's like, Ajax was third in strength to Hercules. I'm like, Dad, only you know that. Everybody at school thinks my dog is named after a cleanser. But that was my dad.
Be honest with me. His real name is Francis, right?
Actually, what's funny is that's my dad's middle name. It was Francis.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I haven't had a dog since till I met my wife, and we have a Basset Hound Chihuahua mix. Everyone's like, "Oh, your hound dog looks so cute," and it's like, "Oh, he's not a hound dog." And when we tell people, they're like, "Oh, wow!" And the Chihuahua was the dad, so go dad.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the dog has identity issues.
You don't really see the Chihuahua in him until like you take him on a car ride. Like when we go up to see my wife's parents, like his eyes do the bug out thing, and he
Mhm.
just like like the whole way up, and it's like an hour
Right.
away. So for like an hour, I just want to stab myself in the ears. And but he's a good dog. He's an old dog. He's 13, I think. So really hoping
Oh wow.
they say small dogs live longer than big dogs. So we're hoping because he's got some starting to get some liver problems, kind of swelling up, which isn't good. Because that's like my wife's therapy dog when she went through her divorce. That was like her
Okay.
security. He was, like her therapy dog basically wound up being.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. I can find some good shots of him in the book. Sneak peek. Doot, doot, doot. Like right there, there's kind of a shot of him, but then that
Yeah.
was like from the first part of the book. Let's see if I can find that a good shot. Doot, 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 doot. Like there's another shot of him. Like drawing, I'm sure he probably doesn't look like a.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, like there's another kind of shot of him. Not really giving anything away, but
Hmm.
it's hard because it's like it's almost like drawing kids. You gotta. It's not my wheelhouse, but I have to do it because it's part of the story. So I try to do the best I can, and you know whether he looks exactly like a German Shepherd, he might just be since he's a military weapon. Maybe I can just get away with saying he's a German Shepherd mutt. He's mixed with a bunch of other stuff. So people are like, that doesn't look like a German Shepherd. I can go, yeah, he's not 100% German Shepherd. I don't know.
It's like, calm down, Peter.
That's right.
Yeah.
Calm down. Calm your tits. Oh. Right. So I saw your
All right.
post
It doesn't
after
suck that bad.
we did our last stream, and you were showing how you took an old design and made it the bad guy for your book, and I think that's cool that just kind of streaming and hanging out that kind of took place.
Oh yeah, that was great. I got a lot of great feedback from that. Um, from our circle of misfit friends, and then some other buddies of mine were like, "That's so cool! Can I do a pinup of that? Can I do a cover of using that for type 1?" And I'm just like, "Holy shit!" Like,
Yeah,
who would have thought recycling is not a bad idea? And I'm all
it's
about
not.
that. But no, it was really cool.
Yeah, because you never know. I mean, like I said last time, some of the character designs for the bad guys in Volume 1 of U.S. Assassin are character designs I had when I was in high school. So it's
Yeah,
recycling doesn't it pays to keep the sketchbooks.
not like this.
Oh,
Like
that's awesome.
I was going through papers and I found this gesture, and I just kind of gestured in the shapes of the body of his of the. I'm like, I could reuse that in a panel, you know.
Yep.
So
Oh yeah.
I'm all about that.
Yeah, I do that a lot too. I'll go through old sketchbooks and I'll see like a pose or something and be like, I'm going to use that. Yeah, recycle.
Oh yeah.
It's for the betterment of the planet
Uh-huh.
and your. Hello, Campbell's cappuccino. Excuse me, miss. I ordered the small. Sorry, I was having a. So I married an axe murderer moment. Never mind. Nah. But yeah, it doesn't hurt to keep those things around.
No. And then I'm like, oh, I drew that. No shit. Like,
Oh,
like I for, like no, like you do like quick sketches while on the phone or what have you, and it's just
oh yeah,
it's not that piece that you're putting your time into where you're like, I gotta make this as awesome or the best I can be. It's just a throwaway thing where, like I said, this was in a stack of papers,
yeah.
with some original art, and I'm like, oh shit, I could use this. Copy and paste.
Oh yeah. Like I used to like when I would be wanting to like design a character, I would just like do just like a really crude like body like that, and then I would
Mm-hmm.
just throw the design lines on it and then figure it out later.
Yeah, because as long as you have the initial idea, like you could make the tweaks afterwards. So you could be like, oh, that's what that indicates. I could fuck with it as
Yeah.
I'm working. Or the rule of Sean, worry about it until it comes up.
That's right. Work on everything around that until you absolutely have to.
Yeah, yeah.
And then be like the one guy from Shaun of the Dead. Oh, I'll do it on the night when they're trying to act like
Yeah,
zombies.
exactly.
I'll do it on the night. Ooh.
Well, I always say that the majority of my Mexican heritage is me going, mañana. I'll get to it tomorrow.
I'll do it tomorrow. Let's see.
Yeah.
What is that? What is this? I brought up all my books from downstairs. I basically just moved my whole studio, and I'm trying to. I had some cool stuff I wanted to show you. All right. So we got Youngblood trade paperback.
There you go. There you go.
Found that on eBay. This is like my favorite Image Rob art. Of course, there's some chap yap in there, but. And then we got the Wildcats.
How great was Kiko's colors?
Oh yeah, Kiko Taganashi was awesome.
My favorite colors.
Oh yeah, he was the bomb. Him and Danny Miki and Rob, man, they were a trio of.
Oh yeah,
like
that was danger. They were
yeah.
dangerous.
I was kind of sad when, not that John Saval is a bad inker, but I was always sad when he took over inking Rob because I was like, man, Danny he added. It's like Adelso adds another level to the work.
Yeah, Sabal has more phenomenal inker, really talented. More,
Yeah.
His lines look more like a razor blade, if you will.
Yeah.
Like the line weights at least. Great stuff. Just wasn't Danny Mickey.
Yeah, I think the difference is, if I remember correctly, is Sabal was more of like a marker pen inker, like repeatographs or microns, and Miki's Miki's a dip pen. But then I got this Deodata Junior Glory trade.
Mm-hmm.
And got the Chris Claremont, Jim Lee Wildcats, Gathering of Eagles.
That was good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
This took me forever to find. Cyberforce, Assault with a Deadly Woman.
Oh, the trade?
Yeah, because this one was everywhere. But that one I couldn't find. And
that one, yeah.
It took me forever. And there's
Is there any special features in that? Oh, that's a great one. In that Cyber Force in the first one,
the first one.
in the mini series,
Um,
like
there's
sketches.
like there's like Will Spertasio doing Ripclaw,
Oh wow.
Mark Beecham. There's the little story of Striker.
Oh, from the Homage thing, from the
Yeah, and
Homage
then there's a
Studios.
preview of Strike Force, and then the character
Oh, okay.
design.
Oh no
Um,
shit. I gotta pick that up.
yeah, it's really cool. This one I tend to be able to, if I look hard enough, I can find it. But this one, man, is near impossible. It doesn't really have anything there. Let's see, what else do I got from the old school days? All right, got Dark Child trade paperback,
Okay, very cool. Very cool.
the old school Evangeline.
Nice.
I love John Stinsman's work, man. He was dope as hell.
Jersey. Oh yeah, yeah. I got that's a great one too. Adrenaline.
Yeah,
Adrenaline.
first
10th. Yeah.
printing of Abuse of Humanity. It's gone through a bunch of different printings, but man, this was my jam. I love this book. This is, to me, this is my favorite Tony Daniel art, and he's done a lot of stuff
Mm-hmm.
that I dig. But man, ugh, I love it.
It's like going
And
home.
yeah, it is. It's kinetic. It's got energy. It's just cool and crazy and nuts. Absolutely nuts. Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, I forgot I had this one. This one came out of nowhere. I was doing a search and I found Kaboom.
Is that the trade or the hardcover?
That's the trade.
Okay. Yeah, I still gotta get that. Still gotta get. I gotta hit up Jimmy J. See if he has any left in stock.
Yeah, this printed in 2009. That's weird.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was
Yeah.
that. What else do I got here? So much stuff. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I got a ton of old school trades like Jim Lee Punisher. That's pretty dope.
Oh yeah. I think that's when he was like channeling Barry Windsor Smith, at least with the cross hatching or the hatching.
Oh
The
yeah.
effect.
And then we talked about this last time. This is the
Oh yeah.
mini series that put all the haters. Because I mean that's dope. That's dope Rob stuff right there.
Oh yeah, it's poetry.
Where? I know I've got some kind of weird, obscure stuff somewhere. Ugh. Nope, nope. These guys are kind of from your area. I love Living Corpse.
They are the nicest guys in the world. They
Yeah,
are.
I love it.
They're awesome. They're awesome.
Hold on a second. Gotta go down and dig real quick.
Yeah. Just answering some Instagram notifications.
Alrighty. As I grunt and groan. Alright.
It sounds like when I wake up, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
my sciatica. Oh, Newman, nice.
Yep. Another trade. And Art of Homage
Oh,
Studios.
that's awesome. I love that.
Gen 13 Lost in Paradise. And Gen 13 Trade.
Got that over here, signed by Campbell. Oh, there you go, that Wildstorm one too.
Yeah, Wildstorm Rarities. And then I got this thing, which not real sure if the comic shop was supposed to sell it or not, but there's some Black Flag, Cyberforce. There's supposed to be like a preview. Like, yeah, Profit 3000. Like, what was that?
Oh wow. Yeah.
Like, there's stuff in here that never happened. It's kind of funny. Let's see if I can find. There was something in here, I thought, that. Oh, yeah, look at that Aaron Weisenfeld artwork. That was nuts.
Yeah, that guy was a treasure for sure.
I thought there was something in here.
Weapon Zero? Was that Weapon Zero?
Yeah, that's all that's in there. Is just like, I don't know if they like accidentally cut it off or what, but that's all that he showed.
Yeah.
Except for that little
That's cool.
thumbnail right there. But
Okay.
yeah, I swore there was something in here that I don't think ever saw light of day. Like, that's the original design for Brass.
Oh wow.
That looks nothing like it. Oh, Marat. He was, when I saw this cover, I was like, man, he's gaining steam. Like, he's just, especially from that first miniseries to that, was just huge jump. Ugh. Mark Pacella, Dooms 4. That's not my cup of tea. Let's see. I've got Pitt trade paperback.
Okay.
I got another Tony Daniel Silk.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, that's a spin-off from F5.
Yeah. I wish they would have done a trade of F5. That would have been nice.
Yeah. The preview issue for that is cool because it has a bunch of his pencil pages in it.
Yeah, for F5, yeah, I got that. And there was a preview book and there was like a convention one, and they both had pencil pages in it.
Okay.
I got Steampunk. I think that's trade 1 and 2.
Bachelor, some good stuff.
Yeah, it's the only Bachelor stuff I like. I'm not a big fan of his stuff. And then I had, but I think my son ran off with it. I had the trades for Crimson.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna applaud your son. That's very cool. I love Crimson.
Humberto Ramos, yeah, he took off with those. And there's our boy.
Yeah.
Coney Waves.
There we go.
That's what I got here. Alright, I got the Wizard Michael Turner tribute.
Yeah, I got both of them.
Jimmy,
yeah, I got
that. Yeah. I think I might be out of like good goodies. The rest of it's just like Marvel and DC stuff. Oh yeah, speaking of Living Corpse.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. I got the DVD from them, and they chock it full of like stickers and stuff and a little sketch, and then I also got the preview of Relics. and it had a sketch on it. And those guys just they hook you up, man. I wish I would have been able to get the. They had done one like within the last year or two, I think. I can't remember what it's called, but I wasn't able to financially do it. But I wish I had because it looked really cool, and I dig their style. I dig the story. The animated movie was a little weird, but
I enjoyed it. It was fun. I'm a fan of the book.
yeah.
I think I first met them in 2009 at Wizard World Philly, and then the following, maybe the next year, Mark and I went to a chiller show or a movie monster show down by him, and that's when we met Norman Reedus and Sean Patrick. I think it's Sean Patrick. They were promoting the Boondock
Oh,
Saints.
sweet.
Yeah, so so I took Mark had me take a picture of him and Sean together, and I couldn't figure out the camera. I'm an idiot. And Sean's like, I guess he's Irish. He's like, you suck. And I'm like, that's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me. Thank you.
That's too funny. That's the nicest thing anyone said to me. Oh, Sean. Get back in there. Sorry, I'm trying to cram everything back and.
The Art of the Matrix.
Yeah, I got that too.
This thing is a fucking brick. Like, I think you'd be safe walking in Camden with this around your heart. But this is great. You got some Steve Scroce and Jeff Darrow art, like some sequential.
You mean this book?
The very one and only. Yeah, it's great for storytelling and.
Oh yeah.
Like, I got mine at off of Amazon. I think it was a library book because it says withdrawn by Orange County something, and there's like one of those like barcode, like a scanner thing. So I think
Weird.
somebody stole it and then put it on Amazon on the low. So I'm like, I can get down with this. Yeah, Orange County Library System. So I don't know if it's Orange County, New York, or Orange County, California, but let me know. And this fucking thing, check this out. This thing is apparently worth I don't know if I showed you last time, but somebody's selling it on Amazon for $1,000. Oh yeah, we talked about this because you gave it to your buddy Charles, right? Yeah.
Stupidly gave it away.
Yeah. That guy's got a good style. I like his style, Charles.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He's definitely going through a hard time right now.
I don't know, but all the best to him. All the best to him.
Did we talk about this last time?
No, we didn't. But
Walter Simonson. This is a hardback. I think he's on the second or third series of it now, but this is like, he's most known for Thor, and so this is IDW, and it's his version of Thor. Like, what if Thor did not stop Ragnarok? And it's just really cool because like Thor is like a zombie with like no lower jaw. Let's see if I can find a good picture of him. Like he's accidentally set loose by some thieves. Like that's just badass. And I love Simonson, man. He's got such a great, just a great style, and it's
great design.
Yeah, great design. To me, it's a style that will never. To me, it just never disappoints me.
I think he just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Fucking Kirby crackles everywhere. Thor with no jaw. Yeah, like
at Baltimore, this past Baltimore, I got breakfast at the hotel, and to the right of me is Walt and Weezy In
Oh,
front of me is Marv Wolfman, and to the right of him is Neil Adams and his family. And then
oh my
Tom Palmer walks in, and I'm like, I should not be here, but I love my bacon and I'm eating too much.
Would you like some of my bacon, Mr. Palmer?
Yeah, exactly. And I got to have dinner with Jim Steranko that evening, so that was a great experience.
Nice. Jim
Yeah,
Stranko. See,
yeah.
everyone gives John Medich a hard time about how he modeled his hair after a Rob book. I think he was modeling it after Jim Stranko.
Ah, maybe.
I think it looks closer to that.
Yeah. I could see that. That.
Uh,
Oh, Medic. Hope he's doing well.
yeah, me too. I don't hear a whole lot from him anymore, but we kind of had a little argument. So,
Um,
but I don't hold any ill will towards him. So it was just
yeah.
kind of a just to think a blow up that just happened at that time. So yeah, I
I
think
just found out that the issue that John drew from him. Oh, I'm very close. That John drew from him came out, and I had no idea.
really,
Yeah, I don't know.
huh?
Terry told me. I was like, oh no shit.
Yeah, because I never hear anything about his book anymore.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
huh. I should warn you. I think we're like an hour in. This thing will only
Yeah.
go for 2 hours because the
Okay.
last stream, like it ended with where we ended it, but like the beginning, like 20 minutes was cut off. But that was just me rambling before you came on, so it
Uh,
didn't really matter. It
well,
wasn't the cool stuff.
well, as long as the star of the show. No, I'm kidding.
That's
I'm
right.
not
As
that
long as the star
egotist.
of the show shows,
I'm not
everybody
that
knows.
egotistical. Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Well,
They're here for
maybe
you.
some of the girls I've dated would say I'm egotistical, but they don't know the real me. They don't
That's right.
know the guy inside.
That's right.
Well, one did. Uh, no, I'm kidding. I'm the least egotistical person there is. I may joke about it, but it's all self
Deprecating.
deprecating.
Yep.
Yeah. It's all for the Lameos. That's all it's all about. It's for the Lameo.
It's so
Can you
funny because
see this? Does this eye look? Does that one look evened out?
hold on a second. I realize why now. I'm like, you're so far behind. I'm like, I'm on the YouTube page. I'm not on the StreamYard page. Uh that looks good, but what you need to do is flip it so you see the back of the paper and hold it up to a light. And if it that's the way you're able to they say you're able to see if something is really jacked up, it'll pop out.
No, it looks lined up on that.
Yeah.
Some leftover
Uh-huh.
amazing. That was cool. Jimmy asked if I would do some quick free sketches for Kids Day
Cool.
on Sunday and Friday. That got me a lot of traffic. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. You know, like sure. That was
Hell
great. That was a good
awesome.
experience. Yeah. I hope things turn out for the best just in life, where we again all go back to normal, which I hate saying that, but it is what it is. Because I look forward to going back there next year and then doing his Vegas show next June. So
Yeah. I need to get to one of those shows too. I kept telling Terry Sala that I would eventually get down to a show where he's at, and never happened. it's so hard trying to get the finances to do a show like that.
Mhm.
And yeah, I could just walk around, but I'm like, God, if I'm gonna go, I should try to make some money, you know?
Well, that's my mentality of it. Like, just I'm a con artist, a convention artist, mostly and foremost, besides graphic designer. So, like, if I'm not there to work, hanging out is cool, but I'd rather work.
Yeah.
Like, even like with New York, like it's all about getting work or quote unquote mingling, and even catching up with my friends. That's huge, but I'd
Yeah.
rather be behind the table, which I'm thankfully, you know, very blessed to be in the situation I'm in
Oh
to
yeah.
do that. Got a good team behind me to make sure I'm not
I
fucking
keep,
up.
I keep forgetting you guys have an age.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? People like ask me to like, is that true? I'm like, why would I lie to you? Like, 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 I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. Like I
Yeah.
have one guy we know who's a great friend of ours, and I'm not throwing him under the bus any way, shape, or form. He's like, "Is this real?" I'm like, "No, I'm just making it up." But he knew I was joking.
Yeah. I when I think of when I hear like people say they have an agent nowadays, like the guys from the '90s had agents, but I
Yeah,
guess it makes more
yeah,
sense now to have one because uh, it's harder to find gigs.
yeah. And shout out to Heather Reed of Asylum or Aces. She handles us very well, and she puts up with my diva-ness when I don't have all the green M&Ms taken out of my M&Ms. uh, or if my French vanilla latte isn't stirred but shaken. Because don't get me started. Don't you dare get me started with not having my coffee the right way in the morning.
Oh my god,
It's all jokes and rails, but you
that's funny.
know, a lot of great prospects have come out of that. And
Good.
her and I threw a convention down here last year, and it went really well, called Geeks at the Beach.
Oh, neat.
And yeah. And Pop Man was our and Mark as well was our guest, if you will. And he's a great guy. So we were in the early stages of planning this summer, and then
Yeah,
this shit happened.
it all fell apart.
Yeah, but no, it was, you know what, we like from the day I thought of this thing to the day of the show, it was 3 months and 2 weeks and 5 days. Why do I think of numbers? That's how it is. I wouldn't suggest it to anybody else, but we pulled it off, and with the team we had behind us, we're phenomenal. So I'm just
Awesome.
grateful that everybody that came had a good time.
Yeah.
People spent money, which was important. The vendors were happy, except for one dickhead, but I don't care. But no,
You're always gonna
everybody
have
else
the
was like,
one.
yeah. Like everybody else is like, for a first year show, this is phenomenally run well. And I'm like, really? So, yeah,
Of
and
course it
that's
is.
how, yeah, I don't want to brag, but no, I'm really excited because we were in talks with the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation of Delaware to kind of commingle, and that's how
Oh,
uh, doing type 1, the streets kind of took more of a precedent than another project I was working on because we teamed up with an animal shelter, and they
mm-hmm.
were just dicks, not to deal with. So to make a long story short, we got a bunch of like pet food, pet toys, like a good trunk of a pickup truck worth of shit that people donated. And when we went to go drop it off, it was at a hotel near me where I guess one of the people that work for the organization worked there.
Yeah.
And we go to the receptionist, we tell them who they are and what we got, and the lady went to tell the lady who we could hear behind a wall behind her, and she's like, "Oh, just tell them to leave it there." Kind of standoffish, if you will. So when
Yeah.
she came the receptionist came back, I was like, "You're welcome." You know, like real Seanisms, if you will. You know, if you know me, you know how I am. So,
You wouldn't
Heather
have
and
been
I,
that. There would have been a C word in there.
oh, I was very close to calling her a cunt, but I was very proud of myself. But we grabbed lunch at the McDonald's next to it, and I'm like, oh, I was heated. You know, I was a little my not my ego, but my feelings were butt hurt. I'm proud to
Yeah,
admit that. So I'm like, you know what? This is my show. Well, hers as well. It's ours, but like, I want to do something that's close to me, and I'm like, I want to do. I was like, what do you think of us doing with the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation? And she's like, that's an excellent idea. Reached out. They were all they were all about it. We just had to work out some details and whatnot. And unfortunately, again, fast forward to now, and but I'm glad that we have that connection because I'm going to do a print of Strees that I'm going to give them that they can sell, and whatever the money they make from it, that's all theirs. It's just something that's kind of like, what can I do for the kids?
yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not
awesome.
that much a schmuck. I think I'm really passionate about this project because of all that. And
Oh yeah, it's close to you. It's personal. That's the
yeah,
best kind. That's where success happens is when it's personal and it means more.
yeah, yeah, and it's cool. I'm like, essentially, Shrees was me as a diabetic superhero, but my one of my close friends, Aaron, his uncle was a huge comic book geek and kind of got him into the genre. And he was
Uh-huh.
a type 1 diabetic as well, and unfortunately, he passed.
Oh jeez.
So, like, I'm having Strees' like real name be him, and I'm incorporating Aaron into the story. So,
Cool.
kind of, yeah, yeah. And I asked Aaron, and if he listens to this, he started to cry, and I'm like, that's awesome, you bitch. But no, it's no, but it's cool to kind of to put things like that together.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole point of comics is to put your friends in it. I heard that.
Exactly,
I
exactly.
heard that somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
really cool, man. That's a good. It's a nice way to pay tribute to somebody.
yeah.
Like I know
Because I can't
the.
have all my characters be named Sean Aaron. Like they're
That's right.
just. I'm
Unless you were making a boy band.
all
See, that should
about
be your
that
next.
life.
That should be your next comic. The
You
secret
know
double
what?
life of boy bands.
You're really not far off on some things. So, but yeah, it could happen.
It could happen.
I have a writer in mind who I think I could twist his arm because he's my best friend, and I
Yeah, I
think we
don't know
can
who
make some
that
magic.
is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know who you're talking about, man.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. How did
So
you
what are
guys
you
meet?
using?
Oh,
Mark?
this is a it's just like a pilot pen. It's like a pilot double tip brush, but um at like Michael's they have
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they have like an end cap that has
The assorted Japanese type of things.
yeah like it nope that's not it. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I got so many stupid pens. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
It's
I'll buy something just because it looks cool.
it's like in the same place where you can get the pocket brush ones.
Yeah, yeah.
They're all they're all on this little end cap, and I saw Tony Daniel using these
Hmm.
doing commissions, and I kind of liked it. But what's funny is I didn't think to go to the store for this. I looked all over like Amazon and Jet Pens. Couldn't find it. Couldn't find it anywhere. So I wound up finding this on Amazon, and it's got kind of a I don't know, like a nylon tip or something. I don't know. It's not plastic, but I don't know. This one actually I kind of like better than the Pilot one. It's got a big fat brush on the other end. This one I ordered from Amazon. So yeah, those two I like using. This one's not bad. It's got a super teeny, but this one's like really flexible. The tip of it is.
Okay.
And then it's got a real kind of like most of like the brushes that are double tipped. I think that one's running out of ink.
They suck. Like some of them suck because like
Yeah.
there's the brush and then there's the pen, but it's not felt. It's kind of a cross between. And I always notice that those go to shit first.
Oh yeah. Like this one I have. This one sucks. This one, it's got kind of a fat end there and a fat end there, and it smudges like nobody's business. Let's see, what else do I got? This one's kind of cool. It's this side is it's gray. It's gray ink.
Yeah.
And then this side is black ink.
Ooh.
So sometimes I'll put in like for smoke or something like that. I'll put in like the gray to kind of give it a little bit more of an accent.
Yeah.
And I got these pens. This one has kind of like that plastic tip, like that other one I like. This one's kind of similar, but it's got a softer brush. There's a third one. It's like hard, medium, and soft. And I think there's like a middle one that I haven't picked up yet. There's a bunch of these Kuretake ones that are old and running out of ink. This one's kind of a workhorse for holding lines.
Yeah.
And that one I kind of use for small black fill-in spaces. There's the Bimoji
those
pen.
are like the Tombos, right? They're like Michael's version of Tombos. Yeah.
Yeah, these are. That's a Zebra. That's a Tombow. That's a Kuretake. I have another Tombow then somewhere. Yeah, because they come in like a 2-pack.
Yeah,
And this one's not bad. It's got the thick end on it, and it's got the thin end on it. It's not bad. It's not the best. It's not my go-to, but sometimes I fart around with it. And there's another Bimoji plastic tip. I see tons of. There's a guy on. He's always doing Facebook Lives. Barry McLean Jr.
Okay.
He does a book called Billy the Kit, which is kind of like it's like Billy the Kid, but it's a cat character. And then he does a book called Cue Ball with Mike Barron, the guy that did Badger back in the day.
The Nexus.
There's my other Tombow. I found it. It was upside down. And I got my jelly rolls. Got my 5, my 8, and my 10. I usually basically just use 10 because it comes out more consistently.
Wow! I never knew that they had a number
different sizes. Yeah, if you go to like Michael's, they come in a 3-pack. Can't remember how much they were, but they come in a 3-pack. It's so funny. People like I got sucked in to the whole
Was
Copic
it some micro?
multi-liner.
The Copic?
Yeah, the
Yeah, I got
Copics.
them.
And,
Yeah.
you know, they're junk. I don't like them.
I don't like
Uh,
the feel. I don't like how they feel when I draw.
my old go-to were the Le Pens.
Okay.
And what's funny is if you go to Hobby Lobby, it's not. They come in like a 10 pack, I think, of different sizes and tips. If
Yeah.
you go to like Hobby Lobby, it's not with the pens. It's over by where like the scrapbooking stuff is at. It's like it's just really weird that it's not with the pens. So, but I just go there with my 40% off coupon and you get them for cheap because I think it's like $14.99. So it's really they're really good price for how many pens you get, and then you get that coupon, so they're pretty reasonable.
I love me a coupon.
That's right. Coupon, you say?
Yeah. So how Mark and I met, we
Yeah.
on the boards, on Rob's boards, I forget which incarnation it was. Because there's the Miller boards. There's I think Spinner Rack. I can't keep up. Terry Sala will tell you which one and where, because I have the memory of an amoeba. But Mark and I didn't meet in person until Wizard World Chicago '07. Him and Chrissy had plane delays, so they didn't get until I think late Friday or during Friday. So I didn't meet Mark until Saturday morning. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I walk up to his table and I'm like, "Hi, I'm Sean Aaron," and he's like, with his hands on his hips and his beautiful spiked hair, he's like, "Oh, I know who you are." And then like once he said that, like uh, who sings "Down in the Jungle, the singing of life"? Do 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 do
uh,
do. In excess.
yeah, yeah. God, who is it?
Do, do, do,
Duran
do,
Duran.
do. Yeah. So in my head, Duran Duran's Notorious went on. It was like Notorious, and I'm like, oh, awesome. So I chitted the chat with him for a bit. Uh, Picked up some books, and throughout the next 2 days, just kind of went back and talked here and there. And then he did a local signing, not a local, like local to him. So maybe it was
Uh-huh.
like 2 hours away from me at the shop. So I went to go visit him. He offered me a pinup to do, and it was in Making the Waves of Volume 2. And Mark was the first person to give me published work.
Cool.
So yeah, yeah. So I'll always have love for him for that, and for many other reasons, clearly. But yeah, we just became, through the message boards, and then more shows we'd see each other at, and then he invited me down for Wizard World Philly '09, which was when I first stayed with them, and it just kind of went from there. And there was a story he told me that I keep forgetting. There was I think it was the Free Agent or U.S. Agent preview book that from Awesome that Rob did, and it
Yeah.
was on eBay. And I noticed somebody was bidding against it, and it was like Potent 316. So I'm like,
Yeah.
what are the odds? So I'm like, hey, are you this guy? And he's like, I am. I'm like, all right, so I'm not going to bid against you. And he's like, all right, cool. So I guess, that threw the cherry on top for that. And then
Agent America. That's what it was.
yeah. See, I'm on my seventh cup of coffee today, so I think I'm in overburn. But he a spare copy came with it, so he sent it to me.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah. I tell everybody it was a tale as old as time.
Aww.
Yeah. So I have my room downstairs of their house, which is my room.
Yeah. I remember that when we were there. This is Sean's room.
Yeah. It's and I will make it known to everybody. So it's been a very blessed scenario of all my, I guess my closest friends are from through Rob. Well,
Yeah.
besides back home, from back home, I got my peoples, that I grew up with, and my goons, if you will, my goonies or gooners, the females. But like the people that I'm most in contact with are you guys. It's because of my love of Rob Michaels' characters and what Rob has done for me and all that. So I'm extremely grateful in that aspect. And
Oh
I'll
yeah.
go to war for that guy if it came down to it. Like it's like, who do you need me to kill, Rob? I'll do it. So it's great.
Those boards are great, man. I do miss them from time to time, and I do
Yeah,
remember when something would come up for auction on eBay that was Rob's. People would be like, "Okay, so and so is bidding on it," so it was kind of like dibs, and so you
yeah,
didn't bid against them. I remember that. It was really cool about it.
yeah. A lot of good people. A lot of good people.
Yeah,
A lot of schmucks here and there, but we
true.
got rid of them. You know, they left one way or another.
Oh
And
yeah,
do you remember the trivia game, the movie quote game, the
yeah.
thread for like I used to cheat all the time. And I told Terry that, and he's like, yeah, everybody did. I'm like, I wasn't in on a secret because like I knew like maybe 2 out of 10 of them, and like I'm like, ha ha. But yeah, he's like, yeah, everybody did that. I'm like, motherfuckers, a bunch of, what type of people do I surround myself with? Apparently, a
People
lot
that
like
are
me. But
just like you.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, those are good times, and the podcasts that we used to. And were they podcast? Yeah, I think those are podcasts.
yeah, yeah. Nerd alert,
Yeah,
nerd
Nerd
alert.
Alert. Remember that
Yeah,
time
that was good.
somebody came in and they thought we were like tech support, and they were asking how to fix their computer. I can't remember who was on the stream, but
Oh,
it
I
was
was. I asked him. I essentially asked who he wanted to ban, Betty or Veronica, and it took him a couple of minutes to figure out what I was coming at.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man, that was great.
yeah. I think I have some of them on my hard drive, and then I think we were the Saturday crew, and I think Tim Prowant was on Tim, and
Yeah,
some other guy was like the Sunday crew, and
yeah,
I was like, "Fuck you guys! You guys suck! You guys can't contend with the champions. Like where did you won Bulls?
yeah.
Who are you? The whoever
God,
sucked at the time. Who are you? The Nets? But like it was all in fun. Yeah.
yeah. Gosh, I'm trying to remember who Tim went on with. It was always him and one other person, and it was always them. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, comic book boss.
Oh yeah, Comic Boss. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
I
dude got
haven't heard
great.
from that guy in a while.
Yeah, didn't he got
Just
weird after a while?
I remember when Flowers posted the one meme from Silence of the Lambs after this is horrible. Because I guess I forgot what his real name is, but like he did a video and I guess he was a bit sweaty because of the lighting. Or I don't know. I don't have answers. It's 2:20 in the morning. I can't tell you. And then Flowers put the lotion in the basket meme, but that was good times. Yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember
And
when.
that was great. Just seeing the talent, all the talent there was
Oh
really
God,
cool.
yeah. It was daunting because I mean, gosh, there was Kanan White, there was EJ Morge, there was Adelso, there were so many people were on there, and I was just like, I suck. But it
I
was
was in
cool
the same
because
boat, you know.
everybody was so encouraging and nice, which was a fresh of breath air from most message boards where people just.
Yeah, and the late great Jeremy Dale was a member as well for some
Oh yeah,
time,
yep.
and he was a really nice guy. I had the pleasure of meeting him a handful of times, and You know,
Oh
he's a
yeah,
great dude, great dude.
yeah. I
Very,
loved his books.
very much so.
Skyward was awesome. I liked Skyward.
I love Skyrim. I believe his wife is either putting out a trade
She
or
did.
continuing it.
They did.
This is new. This is something
Oh, it's
new.
new.
Like 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 now. Like Spaceballs. Now. Like I don't know if it's going to be a reprint again, but I believe she said she's going to continue on.
Oh, cool.
I don't know who's doing what, but I gotta investigate more because I'll definitely support that.
Yeah, because I know a couple years after he had passed, she had put together like a hardcover, something like that, on Kickstarter. Um, I wasn't
Yeah,
able to get it because it was a bit pricey at the time for me. I think that was about the time I was going through my divorce. So,
yeah.
uh, but yeah, she was. I mean, God, how heartbreaking, you know. Just I don't know. I felt so bad for her.
I don't have words. You know, don't have words.
But yeah, I used to talk to him. Gosh, was it Facebook? I used to talk to him every once in a while because like an issue would come out of Skyward, and we'd talk about, I'd be like, man, you are totally making Mike Ringo proud because you're bringing that kind of, because at the time everything was like super dour and nobody drew like, because because Ringo had passed a couple years
Yeah.
prior to, actually he died the same year that Turner did. I think it was 2007. But
No. Ringo was 7. Mike was 8.
wasn't it the same year?
No, Ringo was right the weekend of actually Chicago '07, and I think Mike was like a year or so later.
Because I know I was on my way up to a Chicago Con, a Wizard World Chicago Con, and my buddy sent me. He was already up there, and he's like, "Yeah, over the loudspeaker, they were saying that Mike Turner just died," and I'm like, "What?" Um, and I picked up like a pair of sketchbooks
Yeah,
from the Aspen booth, but like nobody was there. It was just like a sales lady because they had all flown to be with Mike uh, on his deathbed. But
yeah.
yeah, Ringo just had just such a fun style. Like it made you feel happy just seeing it, you know. And
Hmm.
I feel like that's what Jeremy was bringing back to comics because everybody was trying to go for that super like Brian Hitch realism, and we used to talk about that, and yeah, yeah, he's just going to the hospital. He doesn't feel good, and then it's like a couple hours later, he passed away, and it's like, well, huh?
Yeah. Sad
And it was
news. Very sad news.
and it was like a super rare thing too that he died of. Sucks.
Yeah, I remember reading that. I don't know the name or the what have yous, but
Yeah,
tragic. A big loss.
yeah, dude had a big heart.
Yeah, very much so. So on to some lighter news. Are you looking
uh,
forward to some Jersey pizza?
hell yeah. I have
There
been
you go.
dreaming of Jersey pizza. I've been dreaming of a Philly cheesesteak because when we were up there in 2011, all John wanted to do
Yeah.
was eat at McDonald's, and I'm like, we're in another
Who?
place, you
How
know.
that guy doesn't have diabetes? I don't know.
Uh, I just kind of like the only cheesesteak I got was at the convention, which I don't consider like a real Philly cheesesteak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was really disappointed. I was like,
But
come
tell Mark to take you to our spot, to our
on.
pizza
Okay,
spot,
sweet. Can't wait. I get so fat on
and
pizza.
water ice. You have to have some water or ice water, whatever it is. The opposite is what I call it. It's called Rita's. It's like Italian ice or some bullshit. but
Uh
whatever the word is, I confuse it. And even Mark makes fun of me, which
huh.
you have to know it's hilarious if he clowns on you for that because he's the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, he is. So it's like an Italian ice, huh?
Yeah,
Ish.
it's either ice water or water ice
Hmm.
ish.
All right. I'll have him educate me. Be like, and this is the bathroom that Sean tried to sodomize me.
Oh yeah. Good times, good times.
Good times, good times. Oh man, God, I am killing this drawing. I'm just not doing well. Uh,
Well, maybe you should take a step back from it for a few moments
yeah, probably,
before you
probably.
kill even more, as you say. I don't think you're killing. I think it looks dope so far, but I have a small picture to look at.
Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. Mm. Yeah.
What the hell?
So, what? Phasers on target and with my command.
That's cool.
I'm a super nerd,
That's
man.
cool.
I love my truck ships. Put that back over here. Take the camera off here real quick. Dun, dun, dun. Show you my nerd setup a little bit, I think. Let's see. So that is the new movie Enterprise.
Okay.
Bunch of Deathstrokes. Enterprise E, Enterprise B, movie Enterprise, and the one way back there is the TV one from a long time ago. And all of my books, well, not all my books. I still have another bookshelf downstairs of trade paperbacks, and those are all my Absolute editions and Hardy covers. More books over there. My desk that I rarely draw at. And let's see, here's my Coney Waves pinup that I did when we were on Rob's message boards.
Oh, very cool.
I can't tell which way I'm going. Ooh, here we go. Maybe.
It's like, which way did you go?
Yeah, and that actually is. I gave that print to my dad, and he framed it, put it in his room, and then I got it back when he passed. And that is a drawing my son did. My boy Caden, he's 10. And at the top it says, "From Caden to Daddy, the person who inspired me to draw." And I was like, "Aw."
Oh, oh,
And then that's my Deathstroke from Marat, my boy.
nice.
When
Mighty Murat.
yeah, back when my wife was down in Texas with my daughter visiting family, and she's like, "We're going to go to this convention," and then she stopped by. I said, "Make sure you stop by and say hi to Marat," and then they like FaceTimed me, and I don't know why I didn't think of it at the time because they were there when I was working on just starting to work on U.S. Assassin, and I don't know why I didn't think instead of Deathstroke have Marat draw
Assassin,
this
yeah.
this guy, and now he's so busy I can only dream
Yeah,
of
he
him
is.
drawing him now because he's just so busy. But man,
Yeah,
he's really.
he's doing a cover for me for a
Oh
typewriter.
yeah. Well, fuck you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no,
I'm just
here's
kidding.
the story. I had well, in general, fuck me anyway. I'm in one form, but no, I commissioned him at Comic Palooza 2013 for Rainmaker of from Gen 13 as kind of like a slutty Pocahontas, and shit happens. We're all busy, and it just never went through. And the kind of joke is, I'll get to it this time, or I'll get to it that time. I'm like, no worries, my man. But this year at New York Comic Con, I'm like, would you mind just doing the cover for me instead? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I wouldn't feel as bad. I'm like, awesome. So I finally sent him reference about a month ago. Yeah, but I told him, I know he's busy. Take his time. Like, there's no rush at all.
Yeah. Yeah, Murat's good people. He's one of my favorite people.
Oh my goodness, he's like my Yoda.
Him and Carl are like my two favorite people I've never met.
That's wild. I can't believe you never met Murat or Carl. Like, yeah. I can see Carl because Carl rarely makes it out to the East Coast.
Yeah.
Well,
met Rob.
I got that pleasure.
Oh, I've met Rob.
Very cool.
I've met him quite a few times, but it was all before the message board. So,
okay.
I met him at a Michigan show when he was not giving out, but I mean, you could buy the preview book of Agent America before it was Fighting American. And so that's where I got one of those, and I got a picture of myself with the Glory model because she was there.
Ooh.
And then I met him at a Chicago con. Ian Churchill was there. Jeff Loeb was there. And in my sketchbook, I have, gosh, I bet I don't have it up here, but I have a sketchbook that has just a couple of drawings in it from people. But yeah, he was doing drawings for people. And at the time, I was a super huge Ian Churchill fan. And I was not going to leave. But like they were turning the lights off at Chicago Con, and like I was like next in line, and he was drawing tons of Phantom from the Coven, and I didn't want to. I mean, that's what I was actually wanting because it's one of my favorite characters from the book. But I told him to do Spellcaster instead, just to give him like something different to do. So he starts in the drawing. They're turning the lights off at the show. And one of the security guys comes up and he's like, you guys got to go. And he's like, I'm not going until I'm done drawing. And I was like, dude, mad respect. But yeah, I have a bunch of my my awesome comics signed by those guys at that show.
That was a great era. That was a great line of books.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Just a good time in comics, a fun time in my life.
Yep. I actually enjoy, and this might come off as blasphemous, but I almost enjoyed the Awesome era more than any other era of those like the quote unquote kind of Image books. Just because there was Kaboom, there was Glory by Brandon Peterson and Alan Moore, there was Youngblood by Steve Scrosi and Alan Moore, Coven, Lady Pendragon, Scarlet, Crush with John Stinsman. I mean, just so many cool books and properties, and I was just like, man. And didn't Deity join up with them for a little bit, or was that Image?
I think Deity was Carl's Hyperworks, but they were ads in the Awesome books.
Okay. Because I have a couple
of it not being awesome, but I think there was just promotional ads.
Okay. Kind of cross promotion, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I dug those books. I just dug the fun, the energy, the taking chance. Nobody takes it outside of the indie scene. Like Image comics are so boring right now. I can't bring myself to buy one of their books anymore.
Well,
I think,
I collect Savage Dragon and Spawn just out of
well, like
not
Spawn, yeah,
habit. Well, I guess habit, but I've been collecting them since day one. That I haven't read them in about 2 years. But I'll flip through Spawn just to see like McFarlane's touches on it. But
yeah.
Savage Dragon, like it's not for me. Like
It's like
respect to Eric for doing it, but
like porn now.
yeah, it's gotten weird. You know, I don't
Yeah,
know.
so
I don't know. Well, hey, I guess it's selling. Like, 'cause I'm buying it.
somebody's buying it, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that was around the time that like when Awesome was happening. Gosh, I think my favorite book of the last, I think it was the last year of the 1990s or the first year of the 2000s, Violent Messiahs. I love that book. Tone Rodriguez, and
Never read it. Never read it.
it's so creepy and weird. It's like if Seven was a comic book. It was weird. It was like serial killers, but then you had like this kind of masked vigilante guy that was kind of gave you this like feeling like he was almost like a Jason Voorhees, like he couldn't be killed, but it was weird. It was
Right.
so out there. It was neat. It was a breath of fresh air.
I've heard good things. I just never had the chance. I should pick it up for
Yeah.
sure.
There's a trade paperback and then there's like a one shot preview book. It's perfect bound and it's all in pencil. But it's got word balloons and
Really?
stuff in it. So it's like it's like how the female cop gets to the city that gosh, I'm blanking on the guy's name. Citizen Payne, that was his name. Uh, the city that Citizen Payne lives in. It explains how she kind of got there and shows like a little bit of like him in action, and it's just really cool. It was a lot of I dig that kind of stuff. I like seeing the behind the scenes and books that do that, give you the behind the scenes. That's why I got a bunch of like zero issues from different companies from back in the day when they would do that. Like I got a bunch of the Dark Child, Randy Queen stuff, like the convention exclusives and stuff like that. I dig them.
No, I'm with you. It's knowledge.
That's right.
At least that's what I tell the IRS guy. Yeah, I'm
That's right.
kidding. That didn't even make sense.
I know what you mean. Da-da-da. Brush, brush, brush. Let's see, where are we at time wise?
We are at 143, 144.
Oh shit. Cool. We're coming up to probably the end here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Just 'cause, it'll cut us off otherwise. And of course I look at when the stream end, but like the thumbnail that's for the YouTube video from the last time, I look completely utterly stupid. Like my eyes are closed and like my double chin's going strong, and I'm just like, oh god, I look like a moron.
Yeah, those aren't very flattering. Because me and my buddy Joe, we did a live stream last Wednesday for art and stuff, and like the thumbnail, I look like I'm going in for like fellatio, and I'm like, that's not cool. Like let's pick this,
Yep. That's why I decided to go with the camera pointed towards the artwork, so that way, no matter what I do, I'm not gonna look like a complete moron. Hopefully, I'll sound
Just
like
let
one.
it be all on me.
That's right. No one wants to see my face. They came to see yours, so
I should be on a coin with this profile.
that's right. That face is money, literally.
Yeah.
Money, 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 money.
So what conventions are what are the conventions that are in your neck of the woods that typical, like Chicago?
Chicago. Sometimes there's some in Des Moines. I've been to one in Kansas City. Um,
There's two Kansas cities, and I just found that out. What the fuck is that about?
I don't know. I mean, your confusion is no more than our presidents who thought Kansas City was in Kansas, or the
That's
Kansas
what I
City.
thought. No. That makes so much sense. Why isn't Kansas City in Kansas? Like, for all you people that live in Kansas or Kansas City and you're like this fucking idiot from Jersey, yes, I don't know. Why
Yeah,
is Kansas City not in Kansas?
I don't
I
know. It's
just
kind of
found that out.
it's kind of like I mean, New York City is in New York, so why not? Why I don't know. Ask the founding fathers.
I don't
Must have been one of
know.
those high on opium nights. I know. We'll name
And th-
this city Kansas City, but it's not in Kansas. I know. Fantabulous.
that's a good accent.
Thanks. I used to spend my day
Like
doing
I was like,
voices.
fuck me, I had no idea.
Yeah.
And then people told me I was stupid. I'm like, yeah, but not for that.
At least I've never paid off a porn star. Yet.
Yo, shit happens. Shit
That's right.
happens. What can I tell you?
Shit happens, yo.
What happens in Atlantic City stays in Atlantic City. And I'm
That's right.
sticking with that.
At least it should.
Yeah.
My stupid computer keeps popping up this start your schedule scan, and I'm like, I don't wanna. You can't make me. You're gonna try to, and you're gonna piss me off. There we go. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh, tasty water. Yeah, I've been a week without soda pop. So far, I haven't gone crazy.
What'd you call it?
Soda pop.
You mean
I know
Coke?
Coke or Pepsi. I'm like the only
Yeah.
person that calls it soda pop. They're like, you either call it soda or you call it pop. I'm like, I call it soda pop. It's just what I've always called it.
The first person I heard say that was Tim Prout. I'm like,
Oh.
what do you want? You want a Coke? He's like, I want a soda pop. I'm like, what the fuck? You Midwesterners confuse me.
That's right. Well, I always thought it was funny
I
when
think
they would.
Papa John calls it a pop or a so.
Well, I just always thought it was funny. They'd pull up these like meme maps, and it would be like the Midwest and the northern Midwest is they call it soda, and then the south like the
Yeah.
coast call it pop, and then the south calls it a Coke, and I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna keep calling it a soda pop.
Can't we all just be unified? Like,
Call it
what
whatever
do
it
you
is.
guys call ice cream?
Ice cream.
Oh, okay. All right, just checking. Just checking.
It's not frozen confections.
Okay.
I'm not 90.
Milwaukee.
We were over at the soda fountain having some frozen confections. And oh boy.
You kids and your rock and roll music.
That's right, your pinball machines and your frozen pizzas. I tell you, we were late for an ether frolic. Da, 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 da. Oh man.
Race. She died 30 years ago. The blessing. Oh my God. Like I'll recite that out of the blue. Like I'll be even like grocery shopping and like I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me.
My first guess would be a lot.
Hard facts.
That's right. Hard facts. Oh man. Ugh. Kind of glad I haven't. I've been kind of face down on my. I just briefly looked at my Twitter feed, and I'm just like, ugh, everybody's fighting again. It's getting old.
Look, I don't. I think it's all stupid. Not gonna lie, I think it's dumb. To
Yeah.
each their own, but you know,
It's like I just want to draw
if I'm
comics.
gonna play with you, it's gonna be because you.
I mean, I don't like when people come after my friends, but at the same time, I'm just like, I'm gonna stay out of it because it's not my beef. But I'm just gonna draw my comics because that's what I do. It's what I'm on Twitter for. I don't know,
Yeah, it sucks when your friends are involved.
yeah, I just feel like it's a waste of time. I mean, that's why every so often, like when drama pops up, I'll put like a smart ass tweet out. I'll be like, pops head up from drawing board, looks around, sees drama, goes back to drawing comics.
There you go. That, you know, that's all you could do. And that's all
It
you
is.
should do. You know.
Exactly. I mean, that's how I got a second volume done in less than a year. So just doing the work.
You started that in August?
It was, gosh,
July,
when did I
August
start?
ish?
Volume 2, I started sometime, I think, in the summer, I believe.
Yeah.
So it was just, I'm just shy of a year. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's the fastest I've drawn you know, it's not like I'm just drawing 20 pages. Volume 2 is 50 pages. And volume 1 was originally supposed to be issues, so that's why it wound up being like 70, 80 pages long.
Right. That's no small hurdle.
Yeah.
That's an accomplishment. 50 pages.
Yeah.
You know, considering you got a 9 to 5, if you will, and a
Yep.
family or a full time dad, like
Yep.
that's something to pat yourself on to blow your own ego. You know, like shoot that shit out more. Like look what I did. I would.
Yeah. I'm just lucky I have a understanding family that knows. I try to, like, a lot of the time I'll take I have this piece of it's like dry erase board that I cut out. It's kind of like what I cut for when I send packages to people that have artwork in it.
Board.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one right here.
Yeah. So
This thing's been everywhere.
yep.
Yeah.
And I've had the stupid expensive ones that are plastic and break and whatnot, and I always try to make sure that I especially having my studio upstairs in the living room now, it helps more. But I've always tried to be as still part of the family kind of unit while I'm doing my work, so I'm not just holed up in a hole.
Well, the cool thing is you have a very creative family. Like, doesn't your daughter? She's
Yeah, she
creative and
draws.
artistic as well, right?
Yeah, she
Your
draws.
son,
My
Lisa's
10-year-old.
an artist. She knows.
Yep.
She knows what it's about.
Yeah, yeah, and that definitely helps because
I'm sure Louis is probably gonna be picking up spray cans in the next couple of weeks. So,
maybe that kid's hilarious, man. He cracks me up. He reminds me a lot of my 10-year-old. My 10-year-old, when he was that age, like he just had like the perfect faces for stuff, like just the perfect
Yeah.
reaction to the moment that you're in. And God, I would just die laughing. And I feel like he's gonna follow in those footsteps of being the entertainer, like my 10-year-old was. Kid just made me laugh so much. I think we're actually probably close to the end here because I think we are
155,
at
55, 55, 58.
Yeah. So let everybody know, Sean, where they can find you.
You can find me at Sean Aaron on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and on Fridays, except for this Friday, Primetime Polton, Best Friend Show with Mark Polton plugging it, and Art and Stuff with Joe Sontag on mine and his YouTube channel. And if I can just do a quick shout out,
Yep.
my boy Alex Rivera, also known as Playful Gorilla, his car was broken into on Mother's Day. All of his product and con gear was stolen. So we're doing a GoFundMe for him to get him and his family back. And the link I have on my Facebooks and on my Instagram account.
Awesome.
If you could just share, anybody share, just much appreciated. But that's where you can find my stupid ass. What about you, Mike?
I'm at Mike McMahon 74 on Twitter. Just Mike McMahon on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, look up the U.S. Assassin fan page because that's where I post art and updates about that. And and hopefully I'll try to do this weekly, bi-weekly, the best I can. Just all depends on, like, I'm off work this week. I go back to work next week, so it's hard to do these late night ones during the week because I usually have the weekends off. So, but yeah, I love doing this, and hopefully we can keep doing it.
Just let me know if I'm up.
Doing it well.
I'm there.
Oh. All right. Well, I think we're going to end it there. And hopefully, if you guys watch this, go give Sean a like. Check out his work, and we will see you later. Bye. Peace.
Adios. I'll talk to you later, Mike.
See ya.